Welcome to today's video. We're going to be talking about significant damaging winds today. We're going to have in parts of North Dakota, endings, South Dakota. We could even see Minnesota and Nebraska. And we're going to talk about the extreme heat today too. All right, everyone. So we can see on here so severe weather risks for today. We're going to enhance risk in North, South Dakota, Minnesota, slight risk in Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Michigan, a margin risk in Ohio, New York, some New England states, Montana, Wyoming, Kansas, then a slight risk in Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, everyone, Mississippi, we can see also on here, then margin risks in Nebraska, Kansas, even Ohio, we can see New York, some New England states, we can see on here, the typical thunderstorm risk in Texas, Nevada, Utah, we can see on here, Idaho, we can see New York too, also on here too, guys. So let's of course move on to our tornado risk for today, everyone. It's gonna just take me a second to pull it up. There's our tornado risk for today, everyone. We got 2% tornado risk for Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa. We can see Wisconsin on here too. We can see Nebraska. We can see Iowa too. Then we can see on here also. So let's move on to our wind risk today. So our wind risk today, let me just see what it is. So this is what our wind risk is for today. Our 30% wind risk we can see in North, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa with significant 1, potential really damaging winds. Then we can see a 15% wind risk from Michigan, Iowa. We can see Montana, Wyoming. We can see Nebraska. Then we got a 30% wind risk in Tennessee. Then a 15% wind risk in Georgia. We can see then a 5% wind risk for Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Kansas, Nebraska. We can see in Colorado also for today, everybody. So of course we're going to move on to our hail risk now and talk about that. So let me just pull that up real quick. All right, there's our hail risk for today, everyone. So we got a 15% hail risk for North, South Dakota. The dotted lines, significant 1 potential for large hail. Then we can see potential for moderate hail in Iowa today. We can see also 2 guys. We can see also on here. And we can see on here we got 5% hail risk for Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina. We can see also 2 guys on here also. Then we can see everyone, we got a 5% hail risk in New York, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, 2 also on here. And a 5% hail risk for Montana, Kansas, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, North Dakota. Then we got our day 2 severe weather risk for July 3rd. We can see on here for Friday. We got slight risk in Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. We can see also New York. Then a margin risk in Ohio, Kentucky. We can see on here also Michigan. We can see Minnesota, Wisconsin, North, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri. Then we got a slight risk in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York. You can see in margin risk in the New England states we can see part of. Then we can see a typical thunderstorm risk in Georgia, South Carolina. We can see Louisiana, Montana, Nevada, Idaho, and Colorado too for tomorrow, everyone. So then we got let's look at our tornado risk for tomorrow, everyone. This is for July 3rd. We can see we have 2% tornado risk for Nebraska and Iowa. We see in South Dakota for tomorrow, everyone. So then of course we're gonna take a look at our wind risk for tomorrow. I'll pull that up. So there's our wind risk for tomorrow, everyone. We can see we have a significant wind risk in Nebraska, Iowa, potential for damaging winds. Then we can see a 15% wind risk for Illinois, Indiana, Pennsylvania, New Jersey for tomorrow, in New York and some of the New England states. Then we got a 5% wind risk in New York, Michigan, Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Minnesota, Nebraska, and Missouri. You see also for tomorrow, everyone. So then let's look at our hail risk for tomorrow, everyone. So let me just go to that. There it is. So we got our hail risk for tomorrow. Our 15% hail risk, significant 1 potential for large hail in South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa. We can see also on here 2 guys. We can see also then we got a 5% hail risk in Minnesota, Illinois. We can see Kansas, Missouri, Montana, Wyoming, and North Dakota for tomorrow, everyone. So we can see on here. So let's talk about our day 3 severe weather risks now, everyone. Alright, everyone, so as well, 4th of July severe weather risk. Looks like we got slight risk in New Jersey, some New England states, Virginia, then a margin risk in Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Colorado. Then we got typical thunderstorm risk in Georgia, South Carolina, Texas, New Mexico, North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan. Then we got typical thunderstorm risk in Maine. We can see in the New England states. We can see also everybody on here. So let's move on. This is for our 4th of July severe weather risk. So let's move on to the radar projections today. Alright, everyone, so this is what our radar projections look like for today. We can see this is if it says 4 p.m. Remember this is 3 p.m. Central Time. We have storms in Iowa, Looks like South Dakota, Minnesota, Missouri. We can see Illinois. You can see also around 3 p.m. Tennessee. Maybe we get some scattered pop-up storms too. South Dakota. Then also we can see 4 p.m. on here. We got a storm trying to pop up in Iowa, Minnesota. A storm in South Dakota. Storms maybe in Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana. We can see also Wyoming, Montana. We can see also. Then we can see 5 p.m. comes along. We have storms in Minnesota, Wisconsin, South Dakota, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Wyoming, Montana. We can see also on here. Then of course we got 6 p.m. now. We got storms in Wisconsin, some scattered in North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming. We can see Kansas, Oklahoma. We can see also on here Missouri, Illinois. We can see also 2 guys on here. Michigan Peninsula. We can see also 2. Then we can see 7 p.m. We got storms in Kansas, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Tennessee. We can maybe see Oklahoma. We can see also around 7 p.m. today. We can see. Then 8 p.m. we got storms in Wisconsin. We can see Kansas. We can see Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska. We can see South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Montana, Wyoming potentially. Then we can see 9 p.m. For today. When we get storms in Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa. We can see Wisconsin too. We can see North Dakota. We can see also on here some rain in Oklahoma. Maybe potentially Arkansas. We can see around 9 p.m. Then we can see 10 p.m. We can have a storm in Iowa. We can see also on here Wisconsin, maybe some rain. There may be a storm in North and South Dakota, Minnesota. We can see also some rain in Wyoming, maybe potential pop-up rain showers in Montana and Wyoming. Maybe a storm in Oklahoma and Texas we can see. Then we can see 11 p.m. on here. We got storms in Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa. We can see Kansas. We can see North Dakota on here too around 11 p.m. tonight. Then we can see midnight comes along. We get storms in Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, and Michigan. Maybe see also on here. Then 1 o'clock in the morning, we got storms in Nebraska, Iowa. We can see also 2 on here, guys, for today, for Friday morning. Then 2 o'clock in the morning, we got storms in Iowa. We could potentially see some storms in Minnesota. We can see North Dakota, Wisconsin. We can see some pop-up storms in Illinois. We can see also. Then 3 a.m. comes, we got storms in Iowa, Illinois. We can see Wisconsin, Minnesota, Montana, Wyoming. We can see also for 3 in the morning. Then by 4 in the morning, mostly all our storms are gone. We can have some heavy rain in Iowa. We can see maybe some scattered rain in Wisconsin. Then by 5 in the morning, it's pretty much just rain everywhere. We can see in Iowa, even parts of Minnesota too also. So let's move on to our storm cap for today. Alright, so our storm cap looks like at 11 a.m. today. We can see for Central Time, we can have storm caps at 4,000. We can see in parts of South Dakota, 3,000 to 4,000. Maybe we can see in parts of Nebraska, maybe that Iowa, 2,700, 2,600 storm cap. Wisconsin, 3,300. Illinois, 3,400. We see Indiana about 3,500. We can see Missouri, 3,300. Maybe parts of Kentucky, 4,200. Arkansas, 2,400. Minnesota, about 2,600, 2,700. Montana, 2,500. Then we can see 1 p.m. today, we have 4,100 storm cap, even 4,800 storm cap in Nebraska. Iowa, 2,900. Wisconsin, 3,200. Indiana, 3,100. Even Indiana got 4,000 potentially. Missouri, 3,300. Wisconsin, 2,900 storm cap. Minnesota, 3,200. North Dakota, 2,200 storm cap. Minnesota, 2,400. We can see Colorado, 2,500. Oklahoma, 2,000 storm cap. Arkansas, 2,300. Michigan, 2,700. Then we can see even parts of Ohio get storm caps of 3,000. We can see Indiana, 3,300. Illinois, 3,500. Wisconsin, 3,900. Nebraska, 3,200. Iowa, 3,700 storm cap. Nebraska, South Dakota, 3,800. Minnesota, 3,000. We can see storm cap also. North Dakota, 2,300. South Dakota, 3,000. Then we can see 5 p.m. today. We got 3,400 storm cap in Iowa. Nebraska, 3,000. Missouri, 2,300. Illinois, 3,600. Indiana, 3,400. Ohio, 3,600. Michigan, 2,700 storm cap. We can see also on here. Then we can see 7 p.m. tonight. We have storm caps of 2,900, 3,600. We can see for Iowa, Wisconsin, 3,600. Illinois looks like 4,200. Indiana could look like near 5,000 storm cap this evening. Ohio, 4,100. We can see also on here. Michigan, 2,800 storm cap. You can see also on here Kansas, 4,100. Missouri, 3,300. See also at 9 p.m. tonight, we can see in Indiana, Illinois, we have about 4,000 storm cap. You see also Missouri, 3,700. Kansas, about 2,500. Missouri, 2,800. Wisconsin, about 1,300 to 2,400 in some spots. We can see also. So let's talk about the heat today now. All right, everyone, starting Thursday at noon, we can see in Ohio, we're 90 degrees already. 100 in New Jersey at noon today. 90s in Maryland. 90s in Virginia. 90s in North Carolina. 90s in South Carolina. 90s in Tennessee. 90s in Kentucky. 90s in Georgia. 80s in Illinois. 80s in Indiana. 80s in Michigan. We can see 80s in Arkansas, Missouri, Mississippi, Georgia in the 90s. South Carolina in the 90s. You can see out here New York in the 90s. We can see in the New England states in the 90s too, in Maine also. Then we can see 2 p.m. New Jersey with 104, Pennsylvania 102, Maryland 10 something 103. Looks like Virginia looks like we're maybe 99. We can see 98. Ohio we're 95 in some spots, 96. New York we're even 100. We can see Massachusetts, New England states we have 100 in some spots almost to Maine in the 90s. Tennessee we're almost in the higher 90s. Then we can see 4 p.m. today, we're 106 in New Jersey, almost 100 in parts of Ohio. We can see 96. Michigan, we can see even closer to 100 in some spots like 98. 98 in Massachusetts, we can see area 106 in New Jersey, 103 in Pennsylvania, Maryland 102, Virginia 101, North Carolina 100, South Carolina 90s, 90s in Georgia, 90s in Tennessee, 90s in Kentucky. You can see also. Then we can see 5 p.m. in New Jersey, we're 104, Maryland 101, Virginia 101, North Carolina 100, Ohio we're 95 degrees. We can see Kentucky we're 90 degrees, Tennessee 95. We can see also Mississippi, Georgia we're in the 90s, South Carolina, Louisiana we're in the 90s, Missouri we're in the 90s, 80s, Illinois 80s, Indiana we can see also on here too, guys. And let's then we can see this is tomorrow's morning's temperatures. Friday at 6 a.m. we can see we're 82 in New Jersey, 80 in Maryland. We can see North Carolina in the 70s, South Carolina in the 70s, Ohio in the higher 70s to near 80, Pennsylvania we're in the 70s, New York. We can see also on here too Friday at 6 a.m. We can see also on here. Then let's skip to noon, everyone. Noon on Friday, we're 101 in New Jersey, 100 in Maryland, 100 in Virginia, North Carolina we're in the 90s, South Carolina. We can see also Georgia we're in the 90s, Mississippi, Tennessee in the 90s, Kentucky in the 90s, West Virginia in the 90s. We can see also on here. Then we can see in parts of Illinois and Indiana we're in the 80s too. Then we can see Friday at 5 p.m. we're 105. We can see then after this we're going to take a look at our Philly temperatures. We can see Friday at 5 p.m. we're 105 in New Jersey, 101 in Maryland, near 100 in parts of Ohio, Virginia 103, North Carolina 102. We can see also. Then let's move on to our Philly temperatures for Thursday and Friday. This is what Thursday at 5 p.m. looks like. Our Philly temperature is near 110. Our Philly temperatures possible in New Jersey, Virginia. Philly temperatures near 110 are possible too. We see North Carolina 105 Philly temperatures, South Carolina Philly temperatures of 100. In Ohio we get Philly temperatures of 100 too. Then Friday we get Philly temperatures at 5 p.m. Near 110. We can see some parts of New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia, Philly temperatures of 107. North Carolina 106. We can see Philly temperatures up in South Carolina. We can see Philly temperatures of 101. So let's look at Saturday's 4th of July's temperatures now. So skip to Saturday at noon. Saturday at noon we're 100 in New Jersey, 98 in Maryland, Virginia 101, North Carolina 97, South Carolina 96, Georgia 905, 95. You can see 88 and 90s in parts of Ohio. We can see 90s in the New England states. Then we can see at 3 p.m. we're 100 in New Jersey. Then we can see in North Carolina we're 105, Virginia 101. We can see Maryland. We can see 100. We can see also on here, guys, 100 in Ohio, 100 in Georgia. We can see also then our temperature starts to drop slowly. We can see at 7 p.m. we're 100, 6 p.m. we're 104, North Carolina 101. You can see also on here too, guys. And let's look at our Philly temperatures for Saturday. Our Philly temperatures on Saturday we have near 110 in Virginia, North Carolina 107. We're feeling like Ohio. We got Philly temperatures of 100 possible in Ohio on 4th of July. and 105 we're feeling like in New Jersey, 102 in Maryland we're feeling like in South Carolina, we're feeling like 103 on Saturday in some spots, and we can see our temperature start to go down a bit. Then we can see this is how above average we are for, let's go to Thursday. This is how above average we are in parts of Pennsylvania. This is a lot for summer, 20 degrees above average in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, Ohio. We can see also two guys, Virginia, we're about 16 degrees above average in North Carolina, 12 degrees above average in New Jersey, about 23 degrees above average. You can see also. So I'm going to wrap up the video here. Hope you learned something new in this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, notification bell. You never miss a video like this, guys. Okay, guys, I see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.